Welcome everyone to the first heat of the electric kart series for the X2. So that's the juniors, and I'm joined here by, it's the minis actually, not the juniors. And I'm joined here by Lester Sass, who actually drives the X4 series. And as we can see, Bruce van Schaik is qualified in pole, and they're getting ready. Oh, there they go. A nice clean start for everyone. Lester, how important is the start?
Yeah, the start is definitely one of the most important things of the race, because you can lose quite a lot of it. You can't really win the race, but you can obviously lose the race because you can have a crash, a bad start, or something when you lose a lot of positions. So yeah, the start is definitely important. But as for now, I think everyone got through the start safely.
Yes, I think Carl has lost a bit of terrain on Bruce, who had a very good start, and actually Nathan Tazi is rather close by. He's putting a little bit of pressure on Carl, but Carl seems to be moving up towards Bruce slowly but surely.
Yeah, you can see that Bruce and Carl and Nathan is hanging on also. They are pulling out the gap to the two Heemsker brothers, but I think they'll need to have to pick up the pace to get back to the first three.
Yes, the first three are nicely. Not anyone is really putting pressure on anyone else at the moment, I think. This is a safe distance, right?
Yeah, as we can see.
Oh, but there, the Heemskerk brothers are rather close, though.
Yeah, here it's a bit more close than at the front, but as we get back now to the front, we can see that the number three has lost a little bit of ground to the first two. So I think it's rather gonna be a two-horse race than a three-horse race.
Yes, it seems that way, especially now. Let's see, it's less than a second, and then already over 2 seconds to Nathan. But then again, it is just the first race ever of Nathan Tazi. This is quite a good result for him. Well, a result is a bit early to speak about any results.
Yeah, exactly. But Bruce and Carl, they have raced this class for a few years already, and Nathan has only had a few practice sessions, and he only has had 1 day of testing before. So yeah, I think it's really impressive what he's doing now. But
Oh, meanwhile, let's look at this. Carl is really putting the
and
pressure
as we
on.
saw a little bit of a fault of Carl there, maybe he broke a little bit too late, but
Yeah,
nothing
he broke
major
too
at the
late
moment.
and lost a little bit the rear of his cart, but he managed to keep it on the road, so that's not a problem. But he was very close. Now he lost that little bit, and there's back a bit of a gap. But still, I think Bruce is feeling it right now.
Yeah, Bruce has definitely got to be feeling it, because Carl is putting a lot of pressure on him, because he's very close. But now he's just a little bit less close in the last lap. He lost a few tenths, but that's probably because of his fault. And then we can see the number three Nathan is getting he's a bit driving in nowhere land. So I think it's about first two now.
Yes, it really seems to be between those two. Nathan is already at 3 seconds, and Louis and Maxime are at 8 seconds, so that's quite a way back at the moment. But the first two, the battle seems to intensify. It was 4 tenths, now it's still 4 tenths, so it remains close. It is something like a kart length, just a bit more.
Yeah, Louis and Maxime are very close to each other, but they're in the background.
Oh, yes, yeah, here they are. Oh, 2.75. This is close. This is close.
Yeah, they're very close, but I think they both be hoping to fight with each other, but then for a little bit of a higher position. As you can see that Bruce and Carl are really putting on a big gap on the two.
Yes, let's see what the gap is right now. So it's already almost 5 seconds to Nathan. So for the win, it'll be between Bruce van Schaik and Carl Larsens. But well, it's still halfway. It's the halfway point. It's still anyone's game, I suppose.
Yeah, but as you can see, when you look at Bruce and Carl and you look at the delta, you can see their last lap was about 3 seconds faster. So they're confidently lapping way faster than Louis and Maxime.
And as we speak, Carl is really putting the pressure on. It seems actually closer than timing sometimes tells us. It seems to me, especially in the infield, let's say in the turns after this turn that we see now, that Carl seems to be creeping up closer to Bruce, but he loses it a little bit on the longer lengths and the straight.
Yeah, but I think that's not really what's happening, but that's just how it looks because the speeds are way faster in the outer layer of the circuit, so it looks like they're farther. But in the close, slow corners, it may look like he's closer, but I think the gap is staying rather the same during the lap.
Yeah, it remains 4/10 at the moment, but you can never be really at ease. Now here's Nathan Tazi, just his first race. It's still a feat. He's actually there is no competitor for him, right? He's in an easy third place. The Heemskerk brothers are 10 seconds behind him, only 8 seconds behind him, I'm sorry, and he's... let's see, this was a little bit of a move from Carl, but he was a little too far back still.
Yeah, I think Nathan, it's just a little bit unfortunate for him that the first two are a little bit out of his league, but then he's way faster than the last two, so... I think this is a little bit of a tough situation for Nathan to keep going because he's got nothing to lose or nothing to win at the moment.
And as a pilot here, we see him again, nicely coming through. Is it difficult not to lose your concentration, your focus, if you're driving like that out of no real enemy in sight?
Yeah, for me it's not really a problem because I really enjoy the driving, so for me it's not really a problem, but it may be a problem for others, but I don't really know about it, so for me or maybe someone else, I think if you're excited to race, I don't think that's such a big problem.
Okay, meanwhile, Carl Larsens is still close, but it somehow seems to me like he's more on an easy distance. He's settling into some kind of a groove of just following Bruce right now. Or might that be misleading?
Yeah, as we're entering the final stages of the lap.
Oh, here, that's hang on. This is very close. So Louis has passed Maxime by now.
No,
we have missed that.
Louis has been in front the whole race, so nothing has changed here behind. Yeah, it's still exciting, but yeah, I can see why they bring the first two in shot and not these.
Yeah, this is very close racing now. Look at this. Oh, no. And Maxime passes him. He makes it stick. Yeah, but can he keep? He's a little bit on the inside, so he'll not have such a good exit. But I suppose he can keep it on the straight.
Yeah, you can see
Maxime is back in.
Oh! That's a little bit of a mistake. That's a big mistake of Louis. Just clipped the curb with his...
Yes, there you can see it where he ran over the corner.
Yeah, nearly flipped his cart, but...
that is some blow you get when you're inside that cart, right?
Yeah, but now it's gonna be all to lose for Bruce and all to win for Carl because they're very, very close together as we were focusing on Maxime and Louis, but they're entering the final lap in a few corners, so...
yeah, this is still not on Tazi, but there is no real threat for him, especially now from behind. Not anymore, and he's not gonna close
and
the
here
gap.
They come for the final lap.
For the final lap, the last kilometer or something like that. And let's see. It is close, but do you see it happening still?
No, I think the two overtaking spots have already been passed now, so I think if Carl has to pass, it's nearly impossible. He's also not really on the bumper of Bruce. So,
yeah, he's close, but not that. But his exit here, it seems like he can keep a tighter line, but it will not help him well, he is closer than he has been before. Ooh, he's gonna have a look, but well, a nice victory for Bruce anyway, and a very nice second place. And there he is, Nathan Tazi's very first race on the podium, which is quite a feat as well. And then we have Maxime first, well, fourth actually, of the two brothers, and his brother recovering from that little wobble over the curb is in fifth. There's the result. And that's it for the X2 class.
Yeah, here you can
The first heat.
Here you can also see the big pace difference between the first two and the rest of the pack.
Well, I think this is gonna shape up for Heat 2 and Heat 3, which you can also watch, of course. Let's see if it remains this close or they can actually switch positions. Goodbye.